most exciting hour of fantastic prizes. The fabulous 60-minute
second tier quiz.
And now, here is the star of the
Second tier quiz.
Hello and welcome to the Second Tier podcast for the first ever Second Tier quiz. I'm your host Ryan Dilks and these are your contestants for today.
I'm Justin Peach, co-host of the Second Tier podcast and CrossFit aficionado.
I am Benjamin Bloom, championship YouTuber, and I'm very nervous.
I am Simeon Gholam, Sky Sports EFL editor, and I am wishing that I'd paid more attention to this season and definitely would have done if I'd known I was going to be invited onto an end-of-season quiz.
Welcome, contestants. You have entered the history books as the first ever to take part in a second tier quiz. I'm hoping it's going to be an annual thing, maybe even biannual if people enjoy it. Benjamin Bloom, you're a recurring guest on this podcast, but you have entered this quiz today not in 100% shape.
Oh, thanks. You let me get my excuses in early. I have had the half-term lurgy all week, but Ryan, I was not going to miss the chance to humiliate myself here today against you fine people.
And we appreciate that so much. Thank you for joining us. Simeon, you appeared on the Second Tier a few years ago. Been absent since, but it's great to have you back. How do you fancy your chances against such championship heavyweights?
Well, my Second Tier record involves predicting that Bournemouth would beat Brentford and go on to win promotion to the Premier League. So based on that, I'd say I have absolutely no chance whatsoever. And I've had to take a few years to really reflect and look at myself since that particular prediction. I still blame Chris Methven for that because Bournemouth were cruising in that semi-final until he made an absolute mess of it. I stand by that prediction, even though it did go horribly wrong and I got a lot of stick for it. But we're back stronger, and we're going to go again.
Good to hear it. That's what we like to hear. And Justin, I hope you do realise you're representing the Second Tier today, so you better put in a bloody good shift.
Yeah, what's the lowest respectable score I could get?
I'd be disappointed if you got anything less than a win, in all honesty.
Oh, wow. I surely have got to throw this intentionally because otherwise there'll be an adjudicator's inquiry.
No, because at the same time, I also kind of want you to lose because I want to keep up my my aura of being the bigger championship expert out of both of us. Anyway, welcome to the first edition of the Second Tier quiz. I've been looking forward to doing this for so long. I can't believe it's finally here. So there's 5 rounds in total with varying methods of getting points. I'll explain them as we go along. One important thing to say, and this is of the utmost importance, when we say championship in this episode, we mean since the league was rebranded in 2004. Anything before that isn't the championship as far as we're concerned here today. But feel free to play along at home. I'll be keeping score as we go along, as we crown who is the ultimate championship expert. So without further ado, let's get into round 1. We're going to be answering it Justin first, then Benjamin, then Simeon in each of these questions. This is multiple choice in round 1. 2 points on offer for each of these questions. So Justin Peach, the first question of the first ever Second Tier quiz. Which of these players hasn't played for Queen's Park Rangers? Will Keane, Andy Johnson, Rob Hulse, Yakubu.
And it's multiple choice.
Yes.
Does that imply there's more than one answer?
There's only one answer.
Oh, shit.
Good start. Confident start here from Justin Peach.
So you had Andy Johnson, Rob Hulse, Yakubu, and what was the first
Will
one
Keane.
again? Sorry, Will Keane. I'm going to go with Will Keane. Am I saying these out loud?
Yes, of course you are.
All right, fine. Will Keane, yeah.
Will Keane is incorrect. The correct answer was Yakubu. So Justin Peach has fallen foul to the first question. The answer, Will Keane had a loan spell at QPR. So that's where you've fallen foul. So Benjamin Bloom, you are up next. Which of these players hasn't played for Nottingham Forest? Chuba Akpom, Lee Tomlin, Lee Peltier, Ross McCormack.
Chuba Akpom.
Chuba Akpom had a loan spell at Nottingham Forest. The correct answer out of those 4 was Lee Peltier. Fantastic start from our so-called championship experts. Simeon, you're next. Which of these players hasn't played for Derby County? Stephen Warnock, Casey Palmer, Ben Osborne, Michael Keane.
It's I am gonna say Ben Osborne.
Ben Osborne is correct. We finally have
Thank
someone
God.
off the mark in the second tier quiz of 2024.
I knew it was between Osborne and Keane, and I thought, why is Keane in there? Because he's looked him up and seen he's played for Derby at some point. So yeah, that's my.
Justin, he had a loan spell there, didn't he? In 2014.
Richard Keogh picked up an injury in December. It was when emergency loans were a thing, and Derby picked him up for a month.
Good stuff.
And
that's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
Random emergency loan spell. So at the moment, halfway through round one, Simeon is in the lead with 2 points. Justin, this is your next question. 3 of these people have refereed at least 20 championship games this season. One of them hasn't, because I completely made them up. Please pick out the one who has been made up. They are Scott Armstrong, John Busby, Samuel Barrett, Andrew Kitchen.
That is unreal. They all sound made up. They all sound like default names. I'll go with Sam Busby.
There wasn't a Sam Busby. Do you want me to read them out again?
That was a Busby, right?
There was a John Busby.
John Busby. I'll go with a John Busby.
John Busby has refereed at least 20 championship games this season. The correct answer was Scott Armstrong, who I believe was a referee in WWE. That's where I got him from. Right. Your next question is this, Benjamin. Can you name for me the player who's made the...
Sorry, Ryan, I'm just imagining a wrestling refereeing an... because they don't see anything and they're always looking the wrong way. Sorry, carry on. Made me laugh.
Benjamin, this is your next question, and this is a good one. Can you name for me the player who's made the most appearances at championship level while still having played more games in the Premier League than championship?
Wow.
Those options for you are Chris Brunt, Cameron Jerome, Neil Sullivan, Chris Wood.
Can you just do them one more time, please, Ryan?
Absolutely. Chris Wood, Cameron Jerome, Neil Sullivan, Chris Wood.
Chris Brunt was in there as well. You said Chris Wood twice, didn't you?
Oh, did I? Sorry. Chris Brunt was the first one.
Chris Brunt.
Chris Brunt. Okay. I'm afraid Chris Brunt is incorrect. The correct answer was Neil Sullivan. 226 championship appearances to 247 Premier League appearances. Chris Wood is only 3 championship appearances behind, so it was a close one between those two. But still, not off the mark are either Benjamin Bloom or Justin Peach. That means Simeon Gholam can get a 4-point lead if he gets this correct. Simeon, your final question of this round is, which of these players is the highest scoring player in championship history to have never scored a championship hat-trick? The options are Lewis Grabban, Tom Ince, David Nugent, Troy Deeney.
Can I have the options again, please?
You can. Talk me through your thinking while you're thinking, by the way. The options
I
are
don't know,
Lewis Grabban, Tom Ince, David Nugent, Troy Deeney.
I think Tom Ince must have done, otherwise he wouldn't be one of the options, because he would have gone for all strikers otherwise. Troy Deeney must have scored a hat-trick. He must have done at some point. I'm going to say Lewis Grabban.
Lewis Grabban is absolutely correct. Yes, he scored 112 goals, but somehow never scored a hat-trick at championship level. That is absolutely mind-blowing, isn't it? But that means Simeon is 4 points ahead at the end of round one. A superb start for him.
Can I go now? Just leave on a high. Is that all right?
Just tap out now. That would be understandable. But a remarkable start here for Simeon. That means the scores at the end of round one: Justin 0, Benjamin Bloom 0, Simeon 4. cracking start. We go into round 2, which is general knowledge. 3 points on offer here for each of these questions, but there is no options. So a pretty straightforward one here. We just need you to use your championship expertise to get each of these answers right. So Justin, your first question of this round is this. In 2008, Watford had the infamous ghost goal given against them, where a goal was given despite being nowhere near crossing the line. Which team were they playing that day who benefited from that goal?
I feel that Reading fans always make a big deal of this. I can tell you who the referee is. or is that giving it away? So, yeah. Can I say?
Yes, of course.
That's
why I asked the fucking question.
No, not the team. I meant the referee. The referee was Stuart Atwell, but I think the team was Reading.
Yeah.
Scott Armstrong.
Justin, what's the answer?
Go on, Reading.
Reading is correct. Justin Peach is off the mark. That's 3 points for Justin there. Benjamin, you have got the next question, and it is another Watford-themed question. Probably the most famous moment in Championship history is Troy Deeney's goal against Leicester in the 2013 playoff semi-finals. The famous commentary is Forestieri, his hog, Deeney. Which Watford player was the last to touch the ball before Fernando Forestieri in that sequence of play?
Was it the keeper?
You're going to go with
Manuel Almunia.
Manuel Almunia is incorrect. I'm afraid it was Akechi Anya.
Can I just say, I got Justin's question, so there's one out of all the questions that I've known the answer to so far.
Doesn't mean anything. That means Benjamin Bloom is still yet to get off the mark. Simeon, you can enhance your lead if you get this question right. For Bobby Zamora's famous goal for QPR against Derby in the 2014 playoff final, which goalkeeper conceded it?
It was against Derby County, wasn't it? So, who would have been in goal for Derby then? Scott Carson.
I'm afraid Scott Carson is incorrect. He was still a couple of years away from joining Derby at that point. The goalkeeper, Justin, was?
Ipswich's first-team coach, Lee Grant.
Yes, correct. So that means the scores halfway through this round. Justin 3, Benjamin 0, Simeon 4. Now, the next questions are all stadium-related, but it's still round 2, general knowledge. Justin, excluding the word stadium, what is the most common suffix of every ground which has ever been in the Championship?
The?
No, suffix.
Oh, right. Goodness. Park? I don't know.
Park is correct. You're absolutely right. Yes, Park has 13. Road was next with 10. So Justin has gone into the lead with 6 points. A remarkable turn of events here. Benjamin, you have got the next question. What is the smallest stadium in terms of capacity ever in the Championship? Talk me through your thinking, Benjamin. What are you going with?
Oh, God. I'm thinking, did MK Dons play at the National Hockey Stadium when they were in the Championship? I'm thinking Millmore. Was that in the Championship before Rotherham went to New York Stadium? Millmore.
Millmore is incorrect. The correct answer is one not too far away from you, actually. It's Colchester United's Lair Road.
Did either of you? Can we just question every time one of my questions? Did either of you two get that?
I would have said Hewish Park, Yeovil.
Yeah, I've been to Lair Road. And
I've been to Lair Road too, Justin, and I didn't get it.
Benjamin Bloom still yet to get off the mark, but there's still plenty of time to accrue some points. Simeon, you have the final question of this round. Can you name for me the biggest stadium in terms of capacity to ever be used in the Championship, which no longer exists?
Oh, that's not fair, is it? Can I name the one that does still exist? Because I could actually get that one. Which
It's
no
too
longer
easy.
exists.
Too easy, I'm afraid.
In the championship, so we're talking obviously since 2004.
Yes. You're going to kick yourself when you find out the answer.
Well,
What are you thinking here?
I'm thinking Stoke, but now I'm trying to remember what Stoke Stadium was called before they were at Stoke. But now you said you're going to kick yourself. I think it's probably more obvious than that. And now you're applying your poker face, so now I can't tell what you're thinking at all. And I don't want to say the Stoke one because now I can't remember the name of it. I want to say it was like Victoria Park, but I think I might have made that up, and I think that's now Hartlepool Stadium now I think about it. But Ben's nodding, so I'm going to go Victoria Park.
Victoria Park is incorrect. I told you you're going to kick yourself about this. It's West Ham's the Boleyn Ground.
Oh, my gosh.
35,016. Simeon
Of course it is. I'm so upset.
Shamefully got his head in his hands right now. But it's fine because he's still, well, he's second actually at the scores at the end of round 2. Justin Peach is ahead with 6 points rather. Benjamin Bloom still yet to get off the mark with 0. Simeon has 4 as we head into round 3. This round is called Around the World. There's 3 points on offer for each of these questions. And this round is all about the varying different former or current championship players who either come from abroad or gone abroad. The first set of questions, there's no options, but multiple answers can be given. I just need one answer, though, from you. So, Justin, you have the first question. Can you name for me a current or former championship player who has been capped by the Brazilian national team? Doesn't have to be when they were playing in the championship, just a current or former championship player who's got a Brazil cap to their name.
I nearly went all guns blazing there with Emilio Martinez and quickly realising in my head that he's Argentinian. that would have been a horrendous mistake. I feel like there's been one recently and we've made a big deal out of it and now I just cannot think of it. Cannot think of that
the pressure of the second tier quiz. That's what it does to you.
It is. It doesn't matter what quiz it is. It gets to you. Wow. Shit, I genuinely cannot think of anyone.
Going to have to push you for an answer.
Yeah, I know you are. I'll throw in Gervinho, but I don't think he dropped down to the championship with Hull. There's going to be a player that's going to be on the tip of my tongue that's been capped recently by Brazil, and I cannot think of who it is. You
said Gervinho, but I assume you mean Giovanni, if we're talking about Hull.
Yes.
not the former Ivory Coast Arsenal forward. No.
Yes. I'm getting my jers mixed up. It's been a long time since they graced the Premier League.
So you're going Giovanni?
Going Giovanni.
Giovanni is incorrect, I'm afraid. The answers you could have given there. Is it in fact Benjamin or Simeon? Have you got any answers?
QPR keeper, Julio Cesar, did he drop down?
He didn't. No. Simeon?
I was going to say Andreas Pereira, but I can't remember if, one, he's actually got a Brazil cap yet, or two, he ever played in the Championship. So it's.
I think he has got a Brazil cap, but he's definitely not played in the Championship. So the answers you could have given: Rafael Cabral, who used to play for Reading; Fabio, the former Manchester United / Cardiff defender; Aurelio Gomez. The pretty obvious one you should have given: João Pedro.
Okay.
Pedro's one.
Sandro, who used to play for QPR. And this one absolutely blew my tits off. Wesley, who played for Stoke this past season.
Stop it.
He has got a Brazil cap to his name.
What, the lad who has one leg 4 inches shorter than the other? He's got a Brazil cap.
He has.
Wow.
It's absolutely remarkable. But Justin didn't get any points there. Benjamin, you have the next question. Can you name for me a current or former Championship player who has been capped by the French national team?
A current or former championship player?
Talk me through your thinking.
I
will shout out that Derby were linked with Kylian Mbappe a few years ago.
Jean-Michel
genuine.
Seri, is he? He's probably not even French, is he?
Who won the AFCON this year, mate?
It's definitely not French then.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I should have let you go for the answer. It's a friendly quiz, though, right? Yeah.
It's friendly till we get to the last rounds.
I was going to say, it starts to be second tier for now, but then we'll see what happens.
There must be someone who was loaned down or something. No, I've got nothing.
Feel free to just throw a name at me.
A French player who's been...
Yes, that's what we're looking for.
No, got nothing.
No, nothing. Justin Simeon?
Pascal Chimbonda.
Pascal Chimbonda was correct. You're absolutely right. That would have been a cracking shout, but unfortunately, no points on offer for you.
No, but clout.
So
I want some clout for that at the very least.
You're getting plenty of clout for that. The players you could have said, Etienne Capoue, Pascal Chimbonda, as Simeon says, Alou Diarra, Rod Fanny, Gail Givet, Bruno Ngotti, Frederic Piquillon, which I can't believe he got capped by France. Benjamin, this is probably the one you should have got. Brice Samba, formerly Nottingham Forest. And then Morgan Schneiderlin was another one you could have had as well.
That was easier than Brazil, Ben.
I'm just going to communicate via that Alan Partridge gif for the rest of this now.
Simeon, you've got the next one. Can you name for me a current or former championship player who's been capped by the Italian national team?
I was really hoping you were going to ask Argentina because I had an answer for that. It's Italy.
Yeah, Argentina would have been pretty obvious, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Italy. I'm trying to think who would have... Has there ever been an Italian in the championship? I can't think of a single one. If you're wondering what my thinking at the moment is that has there ever actually been an Italian in the championship?
Single Italian.
No, so I can't even think of an Italian name now. Not even footballers, just in general.
Gonna have to push you for an answer, Simeon.
Oh, this is gonna
Gets stressful. It gets stressful.
It does. That's what I came here for. Simeon, answer please.
Francesco Toldo. I've got nothing.
It's good to be mentioned, but that is incorrect. There were actually fewer answers for this one than
Willy
the previous
Nonso?
two questions. Willy Nonso, though, was
Oh my
probably
God.
the obvious
There you go.
one.
For everyone who thinks I'm a twat, I've got two answers right now of questions that I didn't get.
That's so obvious as well. That's like...
Yeah. That was the tap in here, ladies and gentlemen. The other answers you could have given, Fabio Barini, Marco Cassetti, Diego Fabrini, and the other one was Marco Motta, which you could have said, who...
They all play for Watford.
I think most of them
And
play for
Udinese.
Watford, yes. And Udinese, yes.
Yeah, and
So I can think of Pascal Chimbonda, but not the current Leeds winger who I've been writing about for the entire season. Brilliant.
Exactly,
Cheers.
I think that the red herring with Willie Nonto is he's like 17. He's a child.
Yes. He
Despite he's been fully capped by Italy. Is
But
incredible.
Yes,
Justin, you wouldn't believe the amount of times I've written the Italian international this season. Like every match report, every Leeds feature, everything we've done. I've mentioned it, I'd say probably over 100 times in the last 10 months.
This quiz is a
I'm
cruel
actually quite
mistress.
upset.
So no change in the scores halfway through this round. Justin is still on 6. Benjamin's still yet to get off the mark. Simeon is on 4. So we're still going around the world. Justin, this is your first question, and it's multiple choice. Again, you'll be glad to know. Which of these former championship players hasn't played club football in South America? Your options are Julio Arca, Emi Buendia, Colin Kazim Richards, or Julian Speroni?
See, I know Speroni played in Scotland because Ian Richards has played in every continent other than Antarctica.
Or has he?
Yeah, he has. I know he has. He's played in South America. He's big in South America, weirdly. But he's a cool guy, so I'm not surprised.
Massive in South America. That's what they say about Colin Kazim Richards, isn't it?
Julio Arca played non-league football, but I don't think he's got a weird career path. But then again, I think everyone thinks about his non-league days post-career rather than pre-career. So I'm going to go with So there was Arca, Kazim Richards, Spironi. Who was
Buendia.
who was the other one? And Emi Buendia. I think Buendia originated in Spain. So I'm going to go with Emi Buendia.
He's absolutely nailed it, ladies and gentlemen. Emi Buendia started his career at Getafe before moving on.
Another one I would
elsewhere.
have got right.
Well, let's see if you can get this one right, Benjamin. That's 3 points to Justin, by the way, so he is well in the lead at this stage. Benjamin, your question is this.
This is the one.
I like your confidence. Which of these current and former Championship players hasn't played in the MLS? Your options are Craig Bryson, Kevin Doyle, Ashley Fletcher, Kieran Gibbs.
Normally, I'd be like, right, I've got it down to 2, but no idea about the careers of any of those players beyond what they did in the Championship. So say them slightly slower again, please.
Craig Bryson,
Probably.
Kevin Doyle,
Probably.
Ashley Fletcher, Kieran Gibbs.
Ashley Fletcher? I'm sure Kieran Gibbs must have gone over there maybe. Ashley Fletcher.
I'm afraid Ashley Fletcher is incorrect. I think he played for New York Red Bulls off the top of my head. I haven't got that written down in front of me, but he has played in the MLS. The correct answer was Craig Bryson.
Did you guys get that?
I was torn between Bryson and Fletcher.
Yeah. He had
I
a
would
loan
have said
spell.
Fletcher as well.
I think he had a loan spell in the last 2 years. It was quite recent, but because everyone forgets about Ashley Fletcher nowadays, it's very easy to forget. Benjamin Bloom, I'm afraid to report, still yet to get off the mark. Still time though, Benjamin. There's still time. Simeon, this is your final question of this round. Which of these former Championship players hasn't played in Australia? Simon Cox, Gary Hooper, David Mailer, Ryan Shotton.
Oh my god. My initial thinking is I have no idea, and I've also reassessed my position to try and win this quiz. So now just trying to finish above Ben. That's my new target.
Can you get minus points?
It's like when you reconfigure from sort of aiming for automatic promotions to just aiming for the playoffs. That's where I am at the moment. I'm going to say Ryan Shotton, but it's an absolute Shotton in the dark.
That's tremendous.
Well done, well done.
Unfortunately, make a Cox of
your
himself.
pun was a lot better than your actual answer. The correct answer was David Mailer. So
Really?
at the end of that round,
He was the one I would have said was nailed on to have played in Australia.
that's why I picked him. He feels very A-League, doesn't he?
It's so easy to imagine him sort of playing for the Sydney Mariners or whatever the hell they're called over there.
Yes, Sydney Mariners. So at the end of that round, Justin Peach has got a very healthy lead. He's now 9 points at the top of the table. Simeon still stuck on 4. Benjamin Bloom, I'm afraid to report, has absolutely nothing. But you can still very much catch up in this next round, Benjamin, because this round is called Career Paths, and you are all against each other here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out the career path of a current or former Championship player. First one to say who it is wins the points. So you're against each other. Well and proper here. When you want to give an answer, say stop. If you give an incorrect answer, you've got to miss a guess before you can give another answer. Does that make sense? Good. So your first player, his career is from 2006 to present day. That's not just in the Championship, that's his career overall. So the first club is this. Feel free to write them down if you want to. First club is this: Swindon Town, Everton, loan at Plymouth Argyle, loan at Huddersfield Town, loan at Motherwell, Coventry City.
Stop.
Justin?
Lucas Jukovic.
It's an incredible answer, ladies and gentlemen, because he's absolutely nailed it. Lucas Jukovic is absolutely correct. That means Justin Peach is now 12 points. He's on 12 points. That's 9 points. Sorry, that's not right. Yes, 9 points. No, 8 points ahead of Simeon. But there's still plenty of points to play for, ladies and gentlemen.
I will add, I've played far too much Football Manager for this sort of question.
Next player. This career is from 2004 to 2021. First club Middlesbrough. Loan to Darlington. Loan to Derby County. Loan to Leeds United. Loan to Blackpool. Loan to Carlisle United. Carlisle United. Watford. Swansea City. Sunderland. Loan to Hull City. Loan to Middlesbrough. Loan to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Loan to Blackburn Rovers. Blackburn Rovers. Sunderland.
Has this person ever settled anywhere?
I mean, I've read them all out now, so I need an answer from someone. Still need a stop if you're going to give an answer.
All right, stop. Danny Graham.
He's nailed it, ladies and gentlemen. 3 big points to Simeon. Danny Graham is
Coming for
correct.
Justin, mate. Let's do this. Come on.
I mean,
We're back.
Simeon is on 7 points. Justin still ahead on 12. Next career is from 2006 to present day. First club, Cambridge. Hamilton Wanderers. Waikato. West Bromwich Albion. Loan at Barnsley. Loan at Brighton and Hove Albion. Loan at Birmingham City. Loan at Bristol City.
Stop. Chris Wood.
Again, another correct answer for Simeon. Wow, look at that.
Great shout.
Chris Wood started at Cambridge.
Cambridge in New Zealand. It was a trick question.
Fuck.
It was the classic Waikato to West Brom that did it for me. That's the
Yes.
one. I was like, yeah.
It's a well-trodden path.
Yeah.
That means the scores are Justin 12, Simeon 10, Benjamin 0. Still chance, Benjamin, still chance.
Mate,
Next career
I
is from...
gave up 10 minutes ago, mate. Don't worry.
Your next career is from 2003 to 2020. First club, Manchester United. Loan at Watford.
Stop. Tom Cleverley.
Incorrect. So, Simeon. You can come back in after the next one.
Stop. Danny Webber.
Ben. Incorrect. I don't think this is a bad tactic, by the way, just throwing out players who started off at Manchester United, by the way. But we'll move on to the next one. Loan at Sheffield Wednesday. Simeon and Benjamin, you're back in. Loan at Watford again. Loan at NEC. This isn't a loan, sorry. Burnley. Bolton Wanderers.
Stop. Christopher Eagles.
Correct. Justin
Very
Peach
good.
extends his lead. 15 points to Simeon's 10. Next career is from 1993 to 2015. It's an early one. First club, Norwich City. Loan at Hereford United. Loan at Brighton and Hove Albion. Gillingham. Bristol City.
Stop. Adi Akinbaye.
He's off the mark, ladies
Thank
and gentlemen.
fuck for
Well
that.
done.
And neither of you two were getting that, were you?
I was waiting for the 2000s to drop in.
First bloody question for my age range, I tell you.
Benjamin Bloom is off the mark. That's good to hear. We've got
Right,
one
I'll see you later,
final...
you lot. Yeah, I'm out.
Yep. We've got one final question of this round. This career is from 2007 to 2022. First club, Mets. Loan at Cannes. Cardiff City. Loan at Blackburn Rovers.
Stop. Rudy Gestede.
Justin Peach.
It's a great shout.
A great lead here. A great lead for Justin Peach. 18 points Justin is on heading into the final round. Simeon is on 10. Benjamin is on 3. Benjamin, you could still actually tie with Justin.
Are there
If
any
you get-
questions about football that happened this season?
No. Actually, there is in this. There actually is in this
Okay.
round. Actually. So this final round, ladies and gentlemen, is called Jack's Encyclopedia, and there's 5 points on offer for each of these. This one is straight from our sister show at the Football Ramble. It's a game of categories. What's going to happen is I'm going to give you all a category. You each need to give me something from that category, and the last man standing is the winner. We've got 3 categories here, 5 points on offer for each one. So it's the last man standing in each category. So, is everyone all right with the setup of the game? Yes.
Not overly, but I'm sure I'll pick it up.
I'm slightly
So,
simple,
for example,
yeah.
if I say name players who have been capped for England this past year, and you keep going and going and going, and then it's the last one who hasn't got one wrong yet, and that person gets 5 points. So, your first category is this: clubs managed by Neil Warnock. This is counting caretaker or interim spells as well. Any clubs he's managed more than once only counts as one answer. There's 17 answers in total. What we're going to do is we're going to start with Justin, then Ben, then Simeon. I just want you to shout them out as we go round the group. So, Justin, start me off. Can you name me a club managed by Neil Warnock?
Sheffield United.
Sheffield United is correct.
Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough is correct.
QPR.
QPR is correct.
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace is correct.
Huddersfield Town.
Huddersfield Town is correct.
Aberdeen.
Aberdeen is correct.
Notts County.
Notts County is correct. Benjamin?
Plymouth Argyle.
Plymouth Argyle is correct.
Scarborough.
Correct.
Mine went black for a second. Rotherham.
Rotherham is correct.
Cardiff City.
Cardiff City is correct.
Torquay United.
Torquay United is correct.
Leeds.
Leeds is correct. This is a beautiful chess game we've got here, ladies and gentlemen.
How many have we answered? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You've answered 13. There's only 4 left.
Give me a second.
Gonna have to push you for an answer, Benjamin.
I know you are. No, I think that's
3,
me.
2, 1. Benjamin Bloom is out. That means it's down to Simeon and Justin. Simeon.
I think I'm out. I'm going to say Gainsborough Trinity.
Gainsborough Trinity is an unbelievable answer because it's absolutely correct. Justin.
Bradford.
Bradford is incorrect. Simeon takes the points. That means he's 3 points behind Justin with 2 questions.
What were the other answers?
The other answers were Burton Albion,
Shit.
Oldham Athletic, and Bury.
They were really easy ones to guess as well.
Simeon is 3 points behind Justin, and there's 10 points to play for. It does unfortunately mean Benjamin now can't win the 2024 second tier quiz. Which is
Mate,
a
I
massive
couldn't win when
tragedy.
you wrote the questions, so don't worry about that.
With your next one, it is about the most recent championship season. Can you name for me every club who Leicester City have not done the league double over in the championship this season? There's 11 answers in total. Ben, you can start this one, then it's Simeon, then Justin. Benjamin starts off.
Ipswich Town.
Ipswich Town is correct.
Hull City.
Hull City is correct.
Oh, shit.
I'd have been talking about it twice a week all season, mate.
Yeah, I know, but I've completely forgot Leicester existed once the playoffs started. Plymouth.
Plymouth is correct.
Leeds.
Leeds is correct.
Bristol City.
Bristol City is correct.
Huddersfield.
Huddersfield is incorrect. Justin Peach is out. Benjamin.
Give me a second to think. Norwich didn't know. They beat Norwich twice, didn't they? Hull, we've already said, haven't we? Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough is correct. Simeon.
That was my last answer. Bloody hell. They beat Southampton twice. Coventry. No, they beat Coventry twice.
Coventry is correct.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is correct.
Sounds.
Yes.
That Fatu red card at the
Benjamin.
CBS.
Oh, of course it was.
Oh, Christ. You're going to have to give me a second. So they were flat track. QPR.
QPR is correct. 3 answers remaining.
3 answers remaining. I don't know. I've forgotten every team that plays in the Championship. I'm just going to have to say Stoke City.
Stoke City is incorrect. I mean, if you remembered Leicester's most recent game, lads, that would have been a good start. Blackburn on the final day. Championship experts, the lot of you, pathetic.
I was
Sheffield
covering the other
Wednesday
ones
as
that
well.
were actually mattered that day.
Yes, Blackburn were correct. You say Sheffield Wednesday, Ben?
Yeah, they didn't win at Hillsborough, did they?
Yeah, Sheffield Wednesday were also correct. Millwall were the final one, you could have said. So that means Benjamin Bloom has got a big 5 points. And it doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of things, but it's pride, and that's what matters.
Well, in terms of my job is to talk about the Championship this season and not know who was in Australia in 2007, then the pride is good in that regard.
Right, that means with the final question of the second tier quiz of 2024, the scores look like this. Justin Peach is leading on 18. Simeon is second with 15. Benjamin is getting the wooden spoon at the moment with 8 points. But there's 5 points on offer for this final question. That means whoever wins out of Justin and Simeon wins the quiz. If Benjamin wins, then Justin wins. So it's all on you, Simeon. The final round.
No pressure.
Final question of this round and the final question of the quiz. Name for me the 20 biggest stadiums to ever be used in the Championship in terms of capacity. This includes stadiums which are no longer in use, and I need the name of the stadium, not the club. I will accept names which are different for sponsorship reasons. There's obviously 20 answers in total in this round. Simeon, you can start on this one, then Justin, then Benjamin.
Just to clarify, it's any stadium that's ever been used in the Championship that exists or no longer exists. So I'm going to start with Upton Park then.
Upton Park is correct. That's the 6th biggest. Justin.
St James's Park.
Correct, the biggest.
The Stadium of Light.
Correct, the 2nd biggest.
Riverside Stadium.
Correct. I won't go through each one and say how big they are.
Elm Road.
Correct.
Villa Park.
Correct.
Pride Park.
Correct.
Hillsborough.
Correct. You've got the top 8.
The Trillion Energy Birmingham City St Andrews Stadium. Knighthead
that.
Park.
Correct.
The American Express Community Stadium in Brighton.
Correct.
City Ground.
Correct. Great battle of wits so far. Benjamin.
Portman Road.
Correct.
Molineux.
Correct.
The Cardiff City Stadium.
Correct. God, you're rattling through these, boys. Jesus.
How many is there left now, Ryan?
You have got 6 by my reckoning.
Yeah. What is Coventry's stadium called? The CB Coventry Building Society Stadium.
I'll take that. Yes, correct.
The Liberty or the Swansea.com.
Incorrect. Simeon has fallen at the final hurdle. It's in Justin Peach's hands now. Justin.
Carrow Road.
Carrow Road's incorrect. You clown.
And we said next goal wins, yeah?
That means Benjamin has got the final question right. Unbelievable scenes. That means, in a dramatic twist of fate, the final scores look like this. Justin Peach is the first ever winner of the second tier quiz of 2024. Simeon was second with 15. Justin got 18, by the way. Benjamin Bloom actually finished on 13 in the end, so not far behind Simeon.
Stat padding.
Massively stat padding, but...
Oh, and
Double
get the
middle
Emmy Buendia question going to the second tier host wasn't fishy at all, was it, eh? And then me and Sim get MLS and Australia. League. Stop it,
Oh,
Justin.
here we go. Here we go.
Dude, Layer Road. I mean, come on. How many years were Colchester in the Championship? 2?
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a heads gone, I'm afraid. Justin Peach, you're the first ever winner of the second tier quiz. How do you feel?
I feel great. I feel like it's a real cornerstone of my career.
Simeon, you were so close, yet so far. How do you feel?
I just now that I haven't won, I'd like to point out that I also actually cover League One and League Two. So I only, unlike these 3 championship specialists I'm surrounded by, I have to divide my expertise and my knowledge. So if we're basing on that, I think I really did get the moral victory. So I'm gonna take that as far as I can into the next one of these potentially. And less questions about Australian midfielders, please.
Benjamin, how are you feeling after that?
I'm regretting doing the quiz in the first place, and B, the 10 years I spent as a professional musician between 2005 and 2015, where I paid no attention to football, really came home to roost in that quiz, didn't it?
Yeah, it certainly did. But you know what? When people look back on this in years gone by, they'll look and say, "Oh, Benjamin only finished 2 points behind Simeon in the end." So the score sheet doesn't lie, I'm afraid.
It does. It's like Mick McCarthy at the end of the season, always trying really hard, win a few games, and that's his league position.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The second tier quiz, the first one ever. And this is it. If you enjoyed it, please let us know, because I don't know how this would have gone down if you are a listener, whether you will have enjoyed it or not. If you did enjoy it, maybe we'll do it more often. Who knows? But we shall see. But a big thank you to our contestants on the show today. Justin, Benjamin, Simeon, thank you for your time today, gents.
Cheers. Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
Brutal.
This has been the Second Tier Podcast. I've been Ryan Dilks, and we'll be back again very soon.